guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's Brianna and I'm finally here bringing you my most highly requested video of all time. What are my tips and tricks for growing longer and stronger nails? What's the nail care routine and how do I stop them from breaking? So without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe for more nail episodes and let's just get into the video. I just want to put out the disclaimer that I am not a dermatologist and that your nails are heavily influenced by your genetics, much like your physical appearance. Also want to say that your nails are very absorbent, so your environment like temperature and humidity will affect them, so almost everyone's going to be different. And now we can get into the video. My first tip is probably to always act as if your nails have just been painted. You want to be more cautious of what you're doing with your hands. For example, how are you opening drawers without or with weird handles? Are you using your finger or are you using your nails? Once you start paying more attention to your nails every time you go to do something, it'll slowly become second nature and you'll eventually have less nail breaks and longer nails. My next tip for getting longer nails is to always wear nail polish. You will almost never see me out and about with naked nails because polish just adds another layer of protection to your natural nail bed. I see it as an equivalent to a phone case or a screen protector. It's definitely an essential for me. If you're not allowed to wear nail polish at school though, I would wear a clear or sheer nude polish so you still have that layer of protection but it's just not visible. I also want to note that nail polish is great because it prevents things like water from getting into your nails, which you'll learn in tip 3 why we don't want that. You know, as we live in a panorama, it's kind of hard to avoid water because we're all consistently washing our hands, I hope. But in other aspects of our lives, like showers and swims and stuff like that, I would try to avoid flooding your nails, which basically means when your nails have been completely soaked in water for long periods of time that they come out very flat and very weak and they kind of resemble wet paper, because that is when your nails are at their weakest state and they are most likely to break. But in actuality, they'll probably be ripping or tearing because that is what their texture is like when they're completely flooded. I feel like that explanation wasn't very clear, so I'm just going to summarize it one more time. Water is going to equal soft nails. Soft nails are most likely to rip and tear, and rip and tears equals short nails. And we don't want short nails, so we need to avoid excessive water exposure, essentially. So I would just try to avoid that situation altogether. I try and take short showers. Not only is it better for the environment, but it's better for my nails. So, you know, you can just hit 2 birds with 1 stone. And then if you're gonna take a bath, keep your hands out of the water. And if you're gonna wash the dishes, I guess just try and wear gloves. My third tip is a part of my nail care routine, which is wearing a lot of nail oil. Nail oil keeps your nails hydrated and flexible, which is key to preventing things like snapping and breaking when you do hit your nails on something. By having flexible nails, they are more likely to bend or flex under pressure rather than snap or break, which is key to getting longer nails. So I'm using this nail oil by Revlon. Ideally, you would want one that's pure jojoba oil because it's the oil with the smallest molecules in comparison to others, but this is just what I have at the moment. It does contain jojoba oil, but it also contains other things I don't necessarily need, so just keep that in mind. Oil with smaller molecules means it can deeply penetrate the nail plate, which is needed because your body naturally hydrates your nails, but from underneath, and so the top layer does not get as much love, and this means the top layer is probably very dry and even brittle, and that's what makes it prone to breakage. So I've just put nail oil around my cuticles so it can get in the gap between my cuticle and my nail polish, and I also put it underneath my nail where it's naked so it can actually be more thoroughly absorbed. In my unprofessional opinion, I avoid nail strengtheners and nail hardeners just because they have the complete opposite effect of nail oil, which is keeping your nails nice and flexible, so when they do hit things, they're more likely to bend or flex rather than actually break. And that is exactly what nail hardeners and strengtheners are going to do for your nails. They're going to be really hard, like the title says, but they're also going to be really brittle, so then when you hit things, your nails are going to crack, and that is the complete opposite of what you want if you want long nails. So that is just the reason why I don't recommend hardeners and strengtheners for your nails. I only have a few tips for people who bite their nails because I know it's a habit that a lot of people try to break, and I just started painting my nails with really nice intricate designs whenever I had math tests. I would just spend so long on the designs that I wouldn't want to bite my nails off anymore before tests. That is just what I did. I know my sister used to bite her nails a lot and she just started wrapping band-aids around the ones that she used to chew on, especially her thumbs, and then she kind of just like grew out of the habit that way. It took like a month or so. But I also know that there is like really bitter nail polish that you can just like paint on, and then when every single time it like touches your tongue, it tastes really awful. So maybe you guys could try that. My next tip for longer nails that's also part of my nail care routine is to use a glass nail file for the maintenance of your manicure. Regular emery nail files are usually pretty rough, where they kind of shred away at your nail, which will lead them to like flaking and like breaking later on. Glass nail files, on the other hand, generally have a very smooth grit. So this is a glass file that I use from Revlon. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I just file my nails in one direction on either side to get a kind of oval almond shape. I also want to give you guys another tip that by filing your nails like back and forth and like not going in like one smooth direction will only like shred away at your nails and like make them break later on. So just try this tip as well. It's also important to keep your nails at a suitable length for your lifestyle, so I file my nails every other week to maintain it around the length that you see now. I do a lot of writing, typing, editing as a student, creator, and RA, so this is about as long as I can leave them before they become a slight hindrance to my workflow. So guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment a cloud emoji, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!